Hello everybody and welcome to my Project Life Thursday video. I have a quick tip that I want to share with you today, and you are actually looking at my computer screen. I'm on my iMac on the Project Life app. Now you probably normally use the Project Life app on your phone or your iPad or your device. I'm doing it on my computer so it's a little bit easier to record. And you can see we're in the Project Life app, and I know that if you are doing memory keeping, you may not, if you're doing it in a traditional way or a physical sense, like you're used to me sharing, you may not use a digital device like this. But I want to show you a really quick tip that can be really useful. So if you go into the Project Life app here, I use this so much for so many things. I just in fact did a app order and I'll be sharing those soon. So what I want to show you is a way to print, to get some cards or some images to use in your Project Life album without maybe having to buy a whole kit or having to purchase and print yourself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the Project Life app, and you can go to either a collage page, an editorial page, or a 4x6 print. Now, one of the things that I use this app for a lot is to put two 3x4 photos onto one 4x6 photo canvas. And then I save this to my device and I upload it and print it through my normal printing, the way I normally print, which I print through Snapfish. You can also put 4 photos on one canvas, and then you get smaller ones. I also print at home, so you can do this in the app, save it to your camera roll, and then print directly from home. So that is one of the things that I use this app for a lot. So what I want to show you today is if you go to create and then you do a collage page, and I'm going to show you what one of the things that I ordered on my last order. This is a design A, which is one of my favorite designs. It's the most basic design in the app. You go down here to layout, and then what I like to do is either choose design 3, which these are 4x6, so it's 6 4x6 spots, either in vertical or horizontal, or you can do 3x4s in vertical or horizontal. So I'm going to pick 6, and this is, then you have 3x4 slots, and then you click on the square, and I'm going to go to kits, and it's really nice on this, the way it is on the computer, you can see all your cards here, which is really nice. And I think this is the way you can view your cards on an iPad. I'm usually just on my phone, so it's a little, you're scrolling through a little bit more, but you can see that the cards are right here. This is the Midnight kit, which is no longer available. And if you wanted this kit or these particular cards and you couldn't get the Midnight core kit because it's not produced anymore and you can't find it, then what you can do is fill this canvas with these cards and get them printed. But the thing that I want to show you, and what I did, is I purchased the Project 52 journey, and this is just, you can see it's very basic. It has the months, so 1 through 12, in black and in white, and then it also has it in the weeks, so week 1 through 53, and then it also has it in white. And then this was done in 2023. Obviously I don't need the year 2023, but I like these cards. And so what I did is I just went through and I filled these spots with these. So I'm going to show you how that looks. We're going to go ahead, and I'm done with this. I just want to get out of here, and I want to show you my library and the pages that I've completed. And you can see that I have filled an entire canvas of these.
Editing Tina here to tell you really quick, the other thing that you're going to want to know is when you're using the Project Life app like this, you can have borders or no borders. So you can see right now that there is a thin white border all the way around this page. That is going to make these squares, these 3x4 squares, it's going to make them smaller than 3x4. If you want them exactly 3x4, you need to select the option that is no borders, and then that will make it closer to 3x4 or 4x6. When you have that border on there, and you'll see when you see my pages that I had printed, they end up not being 3x4. I'll have to mat them onto some paper, which is totally fine with me. But I just wanted to pop in here and make sure that you know that in case you're doing this.
All of the months, and then I did all of the weeks in both white and black. And then I printed this at 12 by 12. So I sent an order in and had these printed. You can print these at 12 by 12, 10 by 10, or 8 by 8. And you can see if you printed them at 10 by 10 or 8 by 8, it wouldn't be 3x4. The spots here would be smaller, but I printed these at 12 by 12. So when I get my app print in, I will definitely be sharing that with you. And what I will do is I will cut these down, and I want to be able to use these in my Project Life album for next year. So again, one of the things that you can do is you can go in and create a collage page. You can do this in any of the layouts. There's lots of different layouts that you can choose from. You'll have to purchase some of these. I think there's a few that come free with the app. I've purchased all of the different layouts because I use the app so much. But there's lots of different layouts that you can choose from, and you could even print them like this. So if you wanted to go in and just say we wanted to use the Midnight Kit, I don't have it favorited, so let me just find it so that it will, or can I just, oh, I can. Okay, so say you just wanted to have some of these midnight cards. You like them, you can't get this kit. So you can fill these squares up. Just like so. I'm just filling them. And then you can have this printed. And then when you get this, you can cut this apart and use it in your physical album. Or you could get this printed. What I have done in the past is I have done these layouts, and then particularly my editorial. So let's get out of here. If I go into my library and my pages, you look at my editorial pages. So this is one, let me find one. What I've done is I've created an editorial page. I have done, this is a photo or like a screenshot, or, you know, you could do a card, a Project Life card. I've put it here. I've done some journaling. I will get this printed, and then I will add pattern paper up here or down here, or I can add, once I get this printed, I can add, and you can see that I have lots of these done. I love doing these editorial pages, and these are grayed out because they're on my computer, and so they're just not updated into, because I'm on my computer, but usually they're not grayed out like this. Like this one's not grayed out. I just clicked on it. So you can see that I've done lots of these different editorial pages, and that's what I do. I print them really plain, and then I can add photos. And then I just sent all of these, the ones with the weeks and the month numbers. I've sent these off. I will actually get them next week, and then I will share with you my pages when I get them. So I wanted to show you that quick tip in the Project Life app. I hope that this might be something that you can use or do yourself. If you have questions about it, please let me know. I am currently putting together an entire mini series or class on the Project Life app because I think it's a fabulous tool. I'm going to do a quick add-on to this video that I was sharing about the Project Life app and that quick tip, because I got all of my prints from actually when I was doing all that work in the app. So I thought I would just put this on the very end of that video so you could see how they come. I am always so thankful for the way that these prints come. They come packaged really well. They are padded. They are plastic wrapped. So there was one time my it's FedEx. The FedEx guy left them on my doorstep, and it happened to be raining later in the day, and the box got wet, and my prints were totally fine because of the way that they package them. So it is so nice the way that they come packaged. So in this set, I got 10 by 10 prints, so that's this size, and then I got a set of 12 by 12. So I'm gonna set these aside. These are my editorial pages, which at some point I will do a walkthrough of those albums and how I do these. A lot of times I do these pages in a hybrid method where I get these printed and then I add paper and embellishments to that. So let me just show you an example. So here's one of my 10 by 10 albums. I get these from Becky Higgins. It's the only place I know that does 10 by 10 albums. And this is my Faith album. And you can see here is one of the editorial layouts. I had a photo, it had another little piece, some journaling, and then I added some paper and some embellishments to it. Here's some that are just plain that I just slipped in to the page protector. I did maybe some creative titles, but I didn't really add anything to it. But then here's one where I added a lot to it. So I added some paper, I did some die cuts, I did some stamping. Here's another one where I added some embellishments and paper and buttons. So I just really love doing the editorial layouts this way. A lot of times, you know, you see a screenshot or something that you see something on Instagram or Facebook and you can screenshot it because I would do that. I would screenshot things and have things in my camera roll, but I never really knew, like, okay, then like, what do I do with it? And you know, maybe I just delete it later. It doesn't mean anything. But what if you find something that you really want to keep, or it speaks to you, or, you know, you want to do a little journaling about something. So this is a great way to do that. By taking the screenshot, doing the editorial layout, but then I get to use my product. I get to use paper and different embellishments that I have. This was an actual photo that I took and did some journaling about it. Again, here's another one. So you kind of get the idea. And I have several categories. So this is faith. I have a health and a wellness one. I have a, like, my work. And then I think I have one other category. I think it's like my people. This was a church one that just is, I slipped in, and then I have a space here for another one. Some of these go together, like these two went together, or maybe it wasn't this one. There's a couple in here that go together as like a double spread. So that is what I do my 10 by 10 editorial layouts. That's what I do with them. So there's nothing exciting about them right now, but they will be exciting when I add all of my other stuff. If you want to see a video of me putting these together, I would be happy to share that. And how those come together. I really love the way these turned out. The font, sometimes when it's a 10 by 10 page, my journaling, like this one's really small because I had a lot of journaling and the way that I did it. But I was really happy with the way all of these turned out. My journaling looked really good and the sizing was really good. And I really like that. So those are my 10 by 10 editorial layouts. And then let me show you what I got for my 12 by 12. So I did a couple fun prints that I'm just cutting apart and doing something different with. And there's this one here. And you might recognize this from some that I did with my Bible journaling. And then there was also this one. And this is like scripture, and then this is wellness, and I have a project that I'm going to do with those. So that's, I'm excited about that. And then I'm going to do these in sets here. Okay, so then the next set that I got, which is really what I wanted to show you in the video here, are these. So I talked about taking the cards that maybe you want to use from the Project Life app and getting them printed and then cutting them apart. And I got these done. So these have the weeks, and I got them in both white and black. So here's, you know, week 1 through 7 and then 8 through 19. And I did those in both black and white. So here's the, so it's just the week number, week 39. You know, week 30. So I did those in black and white. And then I also did the months. So months 1 through 12 in white, and then months 1 through 12 in black. And I'm planning on using those in my Project Life album next year. And I'll just cut these apart and then I'll have them. And so if you do a lot of these, it might get a little expensive. But for something like this where I want to have them for my album, you can also save the image to your camera roll and just print it out. Like you could put it together like on your computer in like Pages or a Word document and print them out and then use them in your album. That's also another great option. For something like this that's all black, that's a lot of ink, so this is the route that I went, and they will work perfect. They'll be 3x4. I'll cut them all apart and I will use them next year. Okay, so then here are the actual prints that I got done. I got a couple prints for our county fair, and these will just go, I think these are meant to go side by side. And you will see some double photos. Like, I think it's sort of the same photo was taken at a different time. But I'm fine with that. It's not a big deal to me. So that will go together for our county fair. I got an enlargement of the Ferris wheel, and that will go in our album. Those items will go in July. I think I have another one of fair. I sure do. This is one that Kayla took of the 3 of them on a ride, and I loved that she did that and she sent it to me. They were just, and you can see our town. I wonder if you can see our house from here. No, they're pointed in the other direction, in the opposite direction. If they were pointed the other direction, you could have totally seen our house. So they were just out riding rides, and I loved that Kayla took that photo. So that was of fair. And then I have some 9/11 photos that I am doing something specific in my album. So I have this one. And then this is some quotes about 9/11. I did this one, which is a 12x12, and it shows the towers. And then I did this one. This is a photo of when the towers were being built, and then during 9/11. And then this photo is from this year. There was a double rainbow right over New York. You can barely see the second rainbow, but that first rainbow is, you can really see it. And all of these I got online. So I did them in black and white because it was obviously a darker photo with this, like the storm clouds, and I loved that pop of color. So then I did the rest of these in black and white, and that will be my 9/11 pages for this year. I don't always do something for 9/11, but I did this year. Next is these photos here, and these are aerial shots of our town. This is how small our town is. It's really, really tiny. And this was we have a Facebook group for our community, our town. We have that group, and I'm in that group, and then this is the kinds of things that get posted in that group, and I just saved them to my camera roll. I put them in the Project Life app. I may cut these apart and use them, or I may just use it in my album. I just think it's a cool photo to have, and that's how I was able to get that. This is zoomed in more so you can see more of the outline, and then this is really zoomed out, and like you can see more of the area around our community. So there's that one. The next one I have is the same design. This is a Design E in the app, and this was a helicopter that was flying above us that I got some photos of, and then this I will cut apart and use and do a layout of. And then I got this is for Stories of Home. So if you saw my Stories of Home post, if you might not have seen that yet, but if you do, you'll see that this is the start of Stories of Home. It's just a picture of our living room. And then over the summer, I got a picture of Andrew and Kayla swimming and being goofy. I wished that Violet had been in the pool, but she wasn't in the pool when I took the photo. So this will go in our July. And then I also got this done. This is of my Uncle Brian, who passed away a couple months ago. And I used this layout so I could get this large photo, and then I did 2 smaller ones. I will cut this down and I will be doing a traditional layout with that. So those are my editorial layouts or my Project Life layouts that I showed in the video that previously, and this is how they got printed. So I just wanted to drop this clip in, and I hope that you enjoyed seeing these. If you have any questions about them, please let me know, and I'll catch you in my next video.